Good morning, CCMS students. Today is November 9th, 2015.
Hello, ZCMS students and staff. My name is Mrs. Banks. I teach 7th grade language arts on the Eastern team. I'm going to give a book review on the book, I Am Malala. This is a true story based on recent events in the life of this brave girl. This is her tale in an unsafe country, and it reveals her fierce determination to make the world a better place. Malala's father worked as an English teacher and later opened a public school that encouraged independent thought and creativity, which went against the culture where they lived in Pakistan. One morning, while on her way to school, Malala's bus was stopped and a Taliban gunman demanded to know, who is Malala? The gunman shot her in the face. The bullet entered her eye and barely missed her brain. However, she did survive. She and her family are now living in England, where they are safer, but they long to go back to their homeland. If they go back, it is almost certain they will be killed. You are probably wondering why a soldier would shoot a 16-year-old girl on her way to school. It is because the Taliban is against education. They think when a child reads a book or learns English or studies science, he or she will become westernized. Malala correctly points out education is neither Eastern nor Western, it is human. Malala has won many awards, spoken in front of the United Nations, met with President Obama, and even won the Nobel Peace Prize for her belief in liberty, democracy, and freedom. She has inspired many people all over the world. I highly recommend reading this book, I Am Malala. It is an autobiography. The events just took place 2 years ago, and Malala is still very much alive and active today in promoting education all over the world. It's easy to take getting up and coming to school for granted, but it's very important that you students realize there are people all over the world who risk their lives every day for education. When you consider other people's point of view, it can make you appreciate all the blessings that you may take for granted.
Here's your men's fact of the day. More cases of prostate cancer will be diagnosed in men than any other major cancer. Men that are ages 15 and younger should get at least 38 grams of fiber per day.
Just a reminder, 7th graders quarter 2 contracts are due back by 11/13. This afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. students will be able to get free sports physical at ZCMS. There will be a medical van set up in the front parking lot. You will need a parent or guardian with you. Now it's time to listen to our mystery reader.
Sarah Cynthia Sylvia Stout would not take the garbage out. She'd scour the pots and scrape the pans, candy the yams and spice the hams, and though her daddy would scream and shout, she simply would not take the garbage out. And so it piled up to the ceiling, coffee grounds, potato peelings, brown bananas, rotten peas, chunks of sour cottage cheese. It filled the can, it covered the floor, it cracked the window and blocked the door, with bacon rinds and chicken bones, drippy ends of ice cream cones, prune pits, peach pits, orange peel, gloppy glumps of cold oatmeal, pizza crusts and wizard greens, soggy beans and tangerines, crusts of blackburn buttered toast, gristly bits of beefy roast. The garbage rolled on down the hall, it raised the roof, it broke the wall. Greasy napkins, cookie crumbs, globs of gooey bubble gum. Cellophane from green bologna, rubbery blubbery macaroni, peanut butter, caked and dry, curdled milk and crusts of pie, moldy melons, dried up mustard, eggshells mixed with lemon custard, cold french fries and rancid meat, yellow lumps of cream of wheat. At last the garbage reached so high that it finally touched the sky, and all the neighbors moved away and none of her friends would come to play. And finally Sarah Cynthia Stout said, "Okay, I'll take the garbage out." But then, of course, it was too late. The garbage reached across the state, from New York to the Golden Gate, and there in the garbage she did hate, poor Sarah met an awful fate that I cannot right now relate, because the hour is just much too late. But children, remember Sarah Stout and always take the garbage out.
This afternoon from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. students will be able to get free sports physicals at ZCMS. There will be a medical van set up in the front parking lot.
You will need a parent or guardian with you. Please see Mr. Gore or Mr. Bannister if you have any questions. Veterans Day is coming November 11th. It's a day to honor all veterans and victims of all over the United States wars. Here is your shouted out trivia question of the day. What was Veterans Day originally called? A. Soldiers Day, B. Armed Forces Day, C. Military Appreciation Day, D. Flag Day.
If you guessed B, Armistice Day, you were right. And Armistice Day is a ceasefire. World War I ended with a ceasefire on November 11th. This was the day celebrated as Armistice Day, a day to honor World War I and veterans until 1954, when it became Veterans Day, and now honors all veterans from all U.S. wars.
The weather is starting to turn. Make sure you are dressed appropriately for the cold. Remember, hats, hoods, and jackets should be removed and kept in your locker during the school day.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You had all right there.
Shout out to Miss G.
Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8.